Go.
Hello, this is Oliver, and we're here in a generic business park, and I'm talking about micro logistical directions, or the last 50 meters, which I've been exposed to many times over the years doing truck driving. So basically we'll get an address which is nearly always the front of the address where the office is, where the staff come in, where the customers come in. But obviously when we're doing a delivery, we're delivering to the back dock, the side door, the back entrance. It's not every place, but it's quite common and ongoing. And a few trucking companies will solve this problem for their drivers or prevent it. And a lot of us drivers will ask the other drivers, "Oh, have you been to this place? Where is it? Or how do I get there? Or can you show me on the map?" This all takes time and effort, but basically no one explains anything. And Google Maps is the best that we've got. The satellite view, the street view, but it's also incomplete. The pins for addresses seem to be located by an algorithm, which kind of somehow averages out where it thinks it kind of is, but it's not entirely accurate, and it's basically misleading, or we have to deduct with other bits of information to try and pare down where we're wanting to go in one hit and not having to do a thinking or move the vehicle again. So basically there's some uncertainty with the map. So a map is a representation of reality, but if there's misleading information there or missing information, it's not serving as well as it could be. And I'm really hoping that Google can add some effort into getting the front door more accurate, implying or stating that the pin location is the front door, and also adding a second pin for the back dock or the side entrance or the rear entrance. That's a little unclear of exactly what that is, but it's basically the back dock. So this would be fantastic for delivery drivers. It would save them time, and it would be adding what is a reality for many places. And minutes can be saved, half minutes can be saved, hassle can be saved, stress can be saved, inconvenience for the customers, the drivers, and the business owners of the customers and the drivers. And it's, I think, a doable proposition. So that would reduce uncertainty around that reality, these realities of these businesses. And I think there's a way of doing it with passive upload. Because obviously we can voluntarily put it in, which could be an extension of the Google My Business app. The business owners, a lot of them will be aware that there's a bit of a pain for the delivery drivers, because the drivers will come and complain, "Oh, I couldn't find this place, blah, blah, blah." And they could add or adjust the second pin. The drivers themselves could be trusted somewhat to add the second pin, and it could be a layer that's voluntarily turned on in Google Maps, similar to turning on Street View or turning on Satellite View. They could be trusted to add that second pin if the company really doesn't know how or doesn't want to. Delivery drivers are probably motivated to do that themselves. The level 2 and above for the local guides could be allowed and trusted to add and adjust the second pin, and other details that are written in. Again, it's a lot more work, but if the capacity to capture that information is there, perhaps people would start to do it. And really, it's kind of static information. Like, once you put the pin for this particular building where I'm looking at now, like, it's not going to move for 20 years. Like, the dock height won't change for 20 years. It's static information. It needs to be captured once. So it's pretty easy to do, relatively. But really the gold is with capturing the second pin location passively. I'm imagining that there's a way of doing it that captures 60% of the back docks in 60% of the businesses around the world, and also the front address point. There'd probably be a little bit of noise, which can be filtered out and thought about how to filter out as much as possible. But also those voluntary people can adjust it somewhat. But getting any second pin location is just massively helpful for a lot of people over and over again. Sorry, I shouldn't say over and over again. It's really just the virgin drivers that kind of need it. They kind of just need it once. Sometimes the second time they go there. And can you figure out how to do? Can you figure out how to capture the data of where the second location is on the generic business around the world using passive upload? Thank you very much.